Hello to everybody! In this video I'm going to show you what's in my fridge. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you get something interesting out of that. Well, actually I have two fridges here. The first one is the freezer and the second one is the normal fridge. Let's start with the freezer. I use it normally for things that are abundant in the summer, and I stock them to eat throughout the winter, but it's not yet the season for these things, so it's almost empty. Let's see what's there. Nothing. Okay, here are green beans, one of my favorite vegetables, frozen from the supermarket, cheap and delicious. Frozen broccoli, I eat it a lot as well. Very healthy, empty. Oh, I need to clean that, I know. What is here? Another stock of green beans. These are frozen cherries from my parents' garden. They have a lot of them. We collected with hands, and these are cherries without stones. I spent some time to remove the stones from them. This I will use in my oatmeal, hopefully for a long time. This is frozen tofu. Yeah, it turns yellow when it's frozen. This one is cheap and it's not so tasty to eat raw, so I use it for cooking. In cooking it's totally fine, and if I don't freeze it, it will spoil very fast, so that's the best way to keep such kind of tofu for cooking. And here another, oh my god, stock of cherries from my parents, and I was so lazy to pit them to remove the stones, so here they are, and some pockets for future use. That's it. In a few months I'm going to stock it with tomatoes when they will be the cheapest. Tomatoes, I will cut them and use in dishes throughout the winter. It's so useful because they're so expensive in winter. I will also freeze the sweet peppers. And maybe something else I'll think about or research what is the best to freeze. Maybe green basil leaves, something like that. I'll look into that. Okay, that's one fridge. Here is the normal fridge. Let's start again with the freezer here. This was a wonderful tip from my friend because we mostly use carrots in this way, grated. She said just use the grater once, electric grater, and grate all the carrots you have a big stock, and then just use it gradually in your dishes. And it was so awesome. I usually spend a lot of time on grating the carrots, and now I just take it out, it cuts very easy into the dish, and just fry as usual, cook. That's so helpful. Yeah, here we have cubes of water, very important in the summer, it's so hot here. These are the things, this was a vegan yogurt which I froze. I don't know why, for future use I don't eat yogurt much, so I thought maybe it will be useful in some dishes. Generally I use these eye cubes to freeze some things like coconut milk, because I also don't use it very much, but it can go into some dishes. So things which are liquid and which will spoil fast if you don't freeze them, that's the best way to keep such things for a long time. This is the fat milk, oat milk, fat like cream. I don't use it much, but in some dishes it is required to use the fat cream, so I bought it and just store it, this 12% fat, for some dishes, for some recipes. I don't use it every day, obviously. These are, I also freeze my favorite oat milk because my husband drinks it so much, and I want to store some things for my coffee or chicory drink. That's a good way. Or for the baby's porridge also. So this way my husband will not get his hands on that. These are the frozen berries mix for my oat porridge, which I bought a long time ago. I will not buy new ones until I finish my cherries from my parents. These are again cherries. This is also a good tip. Like when I cook beans, I cook a big amount of them, and those that I didn't use on that day, I just freeze, and I can use it after 1 week. So I don't need to soak and boil them again. This remaining chickpeas I will use today in my vegetable stew. Okay, now the main section of the fridge. Here we have cherry jam from my mother-in-law. These are red radishes with some green. No, let's not look at that. These are some radishes. I love them. Fresh ginger, fresh lemon. This is a bread to be because we have extra bread. If we don't keep it in the fridge, it will be spoiled fast. This is my homemade DIY hair balm, which I talked about in my DIY video. This is coconut oil, which I don't use much. It has saturated fat, but in some recipes it may go well sometimes if you use it. If you use things with saturated fat, sometimes it will not harm you, but every day is not the best idea. This is the red chili pepper paste from Korea, gochujang, tomato paste. This is tahini I have in stock. I buy directly from the producer. This is shea butter and the mango butter for my cosmetic uses, for my homemade creams. Small shelf. These are the apricots from my parents' house as well. They have an abundance. This is what is left from miso paste. I love miso because Dr. Greger suggests that it's better to use miso instead of salt. That's what I'm doing. I just put it in my dish and eat together with meals, and I need to buy a new one. It's so amazing and healthier than salt according to research. These are some greens. What else? This is a celery. These are tomatoes, cheap now, but not cheap in other seasons. This is the butter flavored coconut oil, which I haven't even opened yet from my herb. I talked about it. I will only use it in some dishes where I need to replicate butter. But not much as well, because of saturated fat. It's good to avoid. This is Chinese cabbage full of calcium. I love it. Apples from my parents again, not so fancy looking, but really organic. Oh my god, this is cauliflower, zucchini, and cucumbers. I need to check them out. Are they fresh yet? I have a lot of things like that. These are the eggplants, because summer is the best time to eat them. You cannot freeze them, they will taste bad. In the summer I eat so many of them because I love them. So every day I cook something with the eggplants. So on the sidebar here is some charcoal to absorb the smells. I don't know if it works, but my fridge doesn't smell. Maybe because of that, maybe because my food is not so smelly, I don't know. Here is the tofu, my favorite thing in the world. Helps so much when no time to cook. I make sandwiches with it or make my pasta with it, like a cheesy pasta. I have a recipe in another video, I'll link it below. And here is some sweet tofu. I don't like it, but my mom buys it for me. I don't know why. I can eat it. Soy sauce, I love it so much also. It's not so healthy, not as miso, but it works for some dishes. This is mayonnaise. I bought it from my herb, canola mayonnaise, but now it's not so awesome. It doesn't taste so awesome, even though it's vegan, because of canola's strange taste. I just bought it to try. This is the mustard pickles for some dishes. Again, it will work, for example, for chickpea tuna. This is soya condensed milk. Sometimes I use it for coffee or for some sweet dishes, not so much, because it's also not a healthy food, just for the taste sometimes. These are the hemp seeds. Oh my god, I haven't checked them for long. They're okay. Okay, I need to eat more of them. A great omega-3 source, although I prefer to eat ground flaxseed for that, much cheaper. These are the flower water hydrolytes for my cosmetic uses, to wipe my face. A great flower water, I love it. These are all the things from essential oils, again essential oils, and these are all the oils and different ingredients for my homemade cream, which I talked about in my DIY video. Here is some chocolate, which my husband loves, black chocolate without milk, some medicine, some balm, which someone gave me, some vitamins, which my husband bought 2 years ago but doesn't take them because he realizes that there is enough vitamins in our food, something for babies, catching cold, something for my nails to remove the extra skin, this balm, and this is my homemade tonic to wipe my face. I talked about it as well, and my cream, here it is for my face. I love it so much. yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Of course, in different seasons there are going to be different products. For example, in winter you will not see in Russian fridge so many fresh fruit and certain vegetables. Maybe I will make another video in the winter to show what vegans in Russia eat in this season, where there are not so many vegetables and fruit. And put your questions and comments down below. Subscribe to my channel and see you in other videos. Goodbye.